Hello, everyone. It is that time again today. I hope you're all doing well. You're all doing great. So, on today's Moment with Tess, as you all know, our topic is dealing with the past. How do you let go of the past? I know we all have got a past. You have got a past. I have got a past. Everyone has got a past. There's no one on the surface of this earth that. But what matters most is how are you dealing with it? Your past does not define you. A lot of people will say they are having so much pain, they won't let go because they've been through so much. This is the message I have for you. There is no reason to tie yourself down because you've been through so much. You are unique, you are blessed. Like how is it even possible that you would allow your past to dictate who you are, to make you, to mold you into this person that is always sad? Your past is not you. Your past does not have power over you. You have power over you. You will be the one to talk to yourself. You will be the one to decide, this day I am letting go. I am not going to let this to make me feel worse than I already am. How have you dealt with your past? Like, I've met so many people who have told me how their past has made them depressed. They begin to say that they wouldn't let go, that there's no way they will let go. While some people will actually say that is their past is already a part of them. Okay, it's a part of you, but you need to move on. You can't, like, your past will make you stagnant. It will make you to be stagnant. You can't move on. You can't move forward. You are you because you decided to be you. So you have to make that decision to tell yourself, okay, this past, how is it affecting me? Is it making me happy? Is it making me sad? Where has or what has this past done to me? Is it positive? Is it negative? So you are the one that will sit down and evaluate the whole situation. Most of us hold on to this past, and we are so drowned in the past that it becomes part of us. Like it is just you. Anywhere you go, it just forms, like it's something that if you don't let go, you become like a totally different person. Even when you go to work, maybe you must have had like a bad upbringing. It must have been maybe a bad marriage, bad relationship. Let me tell you, we all go through something to be someone. And one thing that I always say to my friends is pain is nature. Pain is natural. But if you don't go through pain, you will not realize your strength. You will not know how strong you are. You will not know what you are capable of. So most times your strengths lie through what pains you've passed through. What do you do when you are going through those pains? How did you react? You have to always ask yourself, okay, I'm going through this whole situation. What do I do to move on? You can't just be stuck like that. You just have to ask yourself this question: how do I move on? How do I leave this situation? Because it's weighing me down, it's making me sad. I can't even reason properly. It's beginning to define me. So these are the things that you actually need to ask yourself. When you find yourself in that position, you will know that you are getting through the process and that you're also gradually recreating yourself. And when you get to that point, when you want to recreate yourself, you ask yourself, am I going to just let this past? Am I just going to think about it once in a while, or should I just let it go? You have to let it go, like totally. There's no two ways about it. They say if you want to move further, if you want to move on in life, you need to let your past go. Like how would you even want to be in so much pain? Why would you want to always feel sad? It's too much work. Like how would you want to feel sad? How would you want to be thinking, oh, all that you've been through does not define you. You will define yourself. You can actually take that bold step today and tell yourself, today I'm stepping above this situation. I refuse to be sad. I refuse to be depressed. I'm not going to be crying all the time. I'm not going to be sad. I'm not going to be looking back all the time. I'm not going to be referring to this bad situation all the time. I am going to let go. And I don't have to always be the victim in every situation. I have to move on. I have to let go. These are the bold steps you need to until you realize that that past needs to go. And it's a burden until you realize that your past is a huge burden. It's like carrying a heavy weight on your shoulders and you're walking around it. Imagine having that heavy weight from childhood till you became an adult. And you became an adult and yet it's still hovering around you. You go everywhere, still behaving because there is one thing or the other that happens and you always have this flashback of, oh, that bad relationship. Oh, this thing that happened to me in the past. This, you don't have to. And again, as a Christian, the Bible says all things are passed away, behold, all things have become new. As a new creature, you reinvent yourself, you recreate yourself, you refuse to tell yourself that you're going to be sad. You refuse to tell yourself, I am not, all things are passed away. I'm a new creature. I refuse to be sad. I am moving forward. I refuse to let all this past, or whatever it is I have done in the past, to dictate who I am. I am moving forward. And if anyone is discussing to you, telling you, yes, okay, continue, this is how you should do it. If people are advising you, because when you are, usually when people are dealing with their past, they meet people that put them in that vulnerable spot. So you, the person going through the past, are vulnerable, but you need to be extremely careful. You need to be extremely careful about the people around you. Are they supportive of you? Are they telling you what? Are they helping you to help you move out of that situation? Or it's worsening the situation? You need to tell yourself, I refuse to be sad. I refuse to let anyone around me to make me feel less, because I know what the future holds for me. Let me tell you, if you don't let go of everything that is happening to you, or whatever it is you're going through that is putting you in that bad mood, bad situation, this is going to be, it will be an ongoing thing for the rest of your life. So you need to like sit down and ask yourself and tell yourself, I am moving on. I need to move on. I refuse to let anything or whatever it is I've done in the past to define me. You are you because you are unique. You are you because you've been created. Yeah? So always think about, it's okay to go through pains. It's okay to feel bad. But what you need to do, understand, is what are the actions you've taken to step ahead, to move further from that, from feeling sad, because it cannot continue. It's not something that has to continue. You really need to move on. Step away from that. Create a boundary and tell yourself, I refuse all those things that is disturbing me. I refuse to be in that position. I want to be a happy person. I want to help myself. I want to be a happy person. I want to do this. That is how you begin to reinvent yourself. You begin to tell yourself, I am going to be great. You ask yourself, what do you want to do with yourself? Where am I going with myself? These are questions you ask yourself. The past is the past, and it should remain in the past. It should remain in the past. And you shouldn't say, oh, because this person did this to me, I am not going to move on. Why would you let that happen? Why would you put yourself in that situation because somebody did you wrong? You refuse to let go. And you say, I will never forgive that person for the rest of your life. Like, really, you are cursing yourself. You need to let go. Let go. And again, when you let go, you are setting yourself free. Yes, that's the irony of it all. When you let go of whatever situation the past was, you set yourself free. And they say, he that sets himself free is free indeed. So you really need to always let go. Forgive it. Whatever the situation is, be it big, be it small, let it go. And you need to understand that most time we go through that chapter to define who we really are. We go through that chapter in life, and most times when we go through that chapter, we feel like, oh, that this is going to be the end. We feel like, oh, it's going to be forever. No, it's not forever. Whatever situation you're going through, it's just for a while. It's just a timing. Tables turn around. Just as this earth spins around, that is how destinies move around, blessings move around. So you cannot say because you're in this bad situation or you went through this bad thing that happened in the past, so because of that you are not going to be happy, you refuse to be. No, no, let it go, move on, let it go, just go, let it go. That you are in that situation as at that time, and a new thing will happen. That time will go, that sad period will go, and new blessings will begin to come. So what matters most is, what is your reaction? What is your reaction when how are you behaving when you're going through all those situations? When you're going through that period of sadness, that period when things are not working out well for you, how are you coping? What's your attitude? When things are not going right and you know you cannot help yourself, seek help. Talk to one or two people that you feel that they are like a mentor. Go to them, tell them, please, I need this help, this is the situation, this is what I'm going through, this is what I feel. But it's not something that you have to bottle in. You cannot bottle it in, because when you leave it in there, it will affect you both physically, spiritually, emotionally. It will affect every aspect of you. Even sometimes it will even make you have mood swings. Your mood just fluctuates up and down, and everyone around you will not understand why you are the way you are. So, but why would you want to be sad? Why would you want your past to make you have a fluctuated really mood? Work on yourself. Speak to people. Speak out. I know a lot of people that their past has made them to be depressed. They've become alcoholics. They've done all. It has led them to one thing or the other. But again, it is your duty to tell yourself, okay, right now I am letting go. I'm not going to let this past situation to make me become an alcoholic or get me depressed. I'm not going to let that happen. I am going to move forward. I am going to be better. So you need to take that bold step and say, I can actually do better. I can actually be better. So always think about that positive aspect of life. Always think about those part of life that will enhance you, make you better. Your life, your past. Everyone has got a past. As I said in the beginning, everyone has got a past. It's okay to have a past, because at the end of the day, you can actually decide that today I am going to be a changed person. Yes, you can decide to be a changed person today. It all depends on you and taking that decision, making up your mind and saying, I am no longer who I used to be. This is who I want to be, and I am going to do better. I am going to. A couple of people who are saying, I'm so sad. This my friend has so broken my heart that for the rest of my life, I'm not going to let go. I will always remember this. I'm going to tell our children. We're going to. No. Why? Do you know that what a word from where I come from? They said, for you to put somebody in the mud, you need to already be in the mud for you to make another person be muddy. So you don't have to go that far saying you will never forgive that person. You are hurting yourself. Let's say health wise, when you are not happy, that is how you are inviting sickness to your body. You go to bed, you are restless, You're thinking, your mind is wandering all over, like you just go, your mind goes everywhere. That's because something has not been sorted. This is something that you need to sit down to speak to yourself and say, I'm going to sort this matter out. I'm going to let go of this whole situation. This thing has got to go because it's bigger than I can imagine. It's bigger than I expected. So until you begin to tell yourself that, until you begin to realize that, oh my goodness, this whole weight is a bit too much, and you need to let go. Let go and let God. Most times when this whole situation, like when you say you're in a bad relationship and you can't let go, you're going to remain the way you are and you won't let go, and you everyone around you become when they see it, they're even scared to talk to you because they know that what each time they speak to you, you're talking about the past. Stop it. If you need help, tell people I need help. Move on. The question is, how are you moving on? How are you helping yourself to be a better person? How have you elevated from that past relationship? How has that strengthened you to make you a stronger person? Sorry. How has that made you a stronger person? How has this past, the past is meant to make you stronger. They say what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. So the past, yes, that is when you find yourself very vulnerable. You find yourself weak. But the moment you get out of it, you realize that, oh, this situation is not even that, it's not even actually that big. Why was I actually carrying it for so long? You need to learn to let go. You need to learn to move on. Action on everything that you do, everything around you, action on it. Okay, this thing is okay. How am I acting as I'm going through this bad situation? I know that all things work out together for good for those who trust in Him. So you begin to on, because I know I am blessed. I know I am going. I'm destined for greatness. You begin to tell yourself you cannot drown in your past. You cannot be singing about your past. Your past is meant to be, that is why it's called the past. It's meant to be in the past. And if anyone is bringing up the past around you after you've moved on, just tell them, please, that you don't live there anymore. You live in the future. So with due respect, you want to live in the future and everyone to discuss the future with you. You don't want to talk about the past. That is the step ahead. If you still enjoy, I feel like after moving on, you still feel like you need to talk about it and you feel comfortable about it, you talk about it. But most people I know, after going through their past, they don't like talking about it. It's like they just lock it and throw the key away. So how are you dealing with your past? Have you been able to move on? Has the past defined you? The past doesn't even do anything. It just weighs you down. It weighs you down, makes you sad, make you feel like, oh, you are worthless. You are worth more than you know. You are blessed, sorry. You are blessed. You are greater than you know. You are higher than you know. If only we all begin to realize what we are capable of, that we are strong humans. We are actually we are small gods. It's actually in the Bible. If you go through the Bible, we are small gods. Or you begin to tell yourself positive things, positive reaffirmation. Tell yourself that you are blessed. Tell yourself that no amount of past is going to make you feel bad. Nothing is going to make you feel smarter because you know you are destined for greater. So you begin to think about greater things, how you're going to move forward, how you're going to be blessed, how you're going to bless people around you, and even use your own past to use it to bless other people, encourage people to touch people's lives. These are bold steps you need to take. Don't let that maybe your parents did something in the past that is why you are sad, and that is why because of that you don't want to have any relationship with any man or woman because you don't want to go closer to your aunties and uncles. No. Whatever happened 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, let it be there. We are now. We are in the present. You need to be living in the present, not in the past. Until you know that each day you wake up is a blessing. And you don't need to wake up with things that makes you sad. You wake up with things that brings happiness, joy. Today, I am someone. That is all that matters. Every other situation does not matter. Whatever people think about you, even when you tell them that you have moved on, does not matter. What matters is you and you alone. How you have said you are moving on and you are standing by it and it is working for your good. So as my brothers and as I said, my brothers and sisters, learn to move on. Learn to refuse to allow the past to define you. Don't let and learn to let people talk. Please let them believe what they want to believe. But what you have to do is sticking to your word, telling yourself, I am a changed person. I am a new creature in Christ. I am moving forward. I am blessed. And I need to move on. I need to do this. I need to do that to get myself together. I am not going to be thinking about the past anymore. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to be restless when I go to bed. I'm not going to be thinking of the past. I'm not going to let it affect my people. I'm going to sometimes you let this whole situation, you turn it around and make it positive. You use it to impact people's life. You can even create a seminar, call people around, teach them how to move on with their lives. But what you cannot do is begin to sit down and begin to sulk about the whole situation, about how that relationship did not work well. Oh, that my man, that what they did to me, I will never forgive. Or what my dad did to me, I never forgive. What my sister did to me, I was beaten. I was that. Yes, all that happened. Until you let go, that is when you will know that this whole situation is not even as huge as it is. Because when you let go, you are letting those people go and letting God to handle it. And you are the one now free. And when you see them, you don't have to start seeing those people. You don't have to start seeing them and looking at them like a devil. No. There are people that are actually designed to be there to elevate you. Like, I see those people that are always there to turn you down. I see them as my motivation. So you should always see that, oh, those people that think that you cannot make it in life, always give them something to always think about and make them always keep them wondering. Always make sure that you are on top of your goals. On top of your goals. Don't stay and be thinking, I'm so sad. I don't present, and you're allowing the past to define your future. Then you become an indecisive person. You can't even make a decision. People around you are wondering, what kind of human being is this? So, how is your past affecting you? Have you moved on? Have you decided that you're not going to let it define you? Are you a new person now? Move on from that bad relationship. Even if you are out of it and you still have not let go, you need to let go because it is too heavy for you. It is too heavy for you alone. You need to move on and let God. Let go and let God. If it is a burden of when you were little, things that happened that you saw, you witnessed things that happened, and you feel it was really, really bad, and you feel it was evil. You are not there to judge. You are not here to judge about things that has happened. People make mistakes. Let it go. Move on. Let the past be in the past. Move on. Don't let people and society define your situation. You need to learn to tell yourself, I am in this situation and I know there is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't get drowned because you are in that bad situation. And because you're in that bad situation, you begin to remember about one thing that happened, one incident in the past, two incidents in the past. No. Hello, Judy. Don't let the past define who you are. Don't let any man, any woman to tell you that your past is you. No, the future is you, and you need to take that bold step and tell yourself, I am going to recreate myself. Because it says, the Bible says, all things are passed away. Behold, all things have become new. You are a new creature. Every day you have that power to wake up and tell yourself, I am a new creature. All things are passed away. So your past is not even important. Your past only molds you. It makes you strong. Did your past make you strong? Did you pass through that past? Did it make you strong? Did it make you, some people will say, oh, their past made them worse. No, it's your perspective that matters. What's your perspective in life? What's your outlook when you are going through that past? Did the past make you feel sad? Did the past make you, at the end of the day, it's your decision. You decided to make it bad. So start now to begin to tell yourself, I refuse to be depressed. I refuse to let this past affect me and my children and the relationship I've got with them. My past to affect my society. I refuse to let my past to affect everyone around me. Take that bold step and tell yourself, I am moving on. I'm moving forward because I am too strong. I cannot live in this situation where I have to go to bed always thinking about things that has happened in the past. You have to understand that when you go to bed, we sleep. You're meant to sleep sound and not be thinking about things that happened like 30 or 20 years. When you begin to do that, that is psychological trauma. You are passing through psychological trauma. You need to begin to ask yourself, how is this affecting me? How do I need help? If you need help, you seek for help. But don't let it define you. Don't let it affect everyone around you. Because everyone around you begin to suffer. As you're suffering, people around you will suffer. It's not nice, it's not fair, and it's not good for you. Even health-wise, you begin to invite unnecessary sickness. When you're sad inward, you're inviting all forms of sickness to yourself. So you need to always be happy. Refuse to be sad. Refuse that those things that happened in the past will continue to make you sad or make you depressed. Continue to tell yourself that I am made for even greater. Continue to tell yourself that you are blessed. Continue to tell yourself that I aim for better. Set goals for yourself. Tell yourself, this is what I want to achieve. Distract yourself from those things that will make you to be thinking about the past. And when that you find yourself in that situation where you're thinking about the past, stand up and begin to reaffirm. Tell yourself all those positive words that you are blessed. You are blessed. That you refuse the past to set you back. You refuse to be set back. Because yes, one thing you don't understand is the past is a setback. You will always remain stagnant if you don't let go of the past and move on. So always let the past to go. Let it go and move on. Let it go. It's not important. It's not even that important. Life is just too short to be carrying all those burdens of things that's happened in the past and who has hurt you and who hasn't hurt you. Oh, I'm crying. They've done this. Yeah, it's good. It's okay to have emotions. But don't let your emotions override you, that you now lose your sense. You begin to forget everything about you, begin to forget who you are. Let go. I think, my brothers and sisters, this is where I'm going to call it an end. And please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave a message behind for me. And let's discuss in the comment section how you've been able to move forward with your past. I hope you all enjoyed this. And I wish you all the best this weekend. Remain blessed. Goodbye and God bless. I always do.